Okay, so the question is, am I a plotter or a pantser and why? So before I answer the question, first let me explain what the difference is between a plotter and a pantser for those of you who aren't familiar with the term. So in author speak, a plotter is an author who spends quite a great deal of time plotting out or planning out their stories, their novels, or what have you before they write. So, for example, if you're a plotter, I know some plotters that will write an outline for their novels before they start writing. Some people will just do just story beats. So they'll just hit the highlights and to make sure they hit the right story beats throughout their novel. Where I know other authors that will write very in-depth outlines, sometimes, up to like 30, 40, I've heard 50 pages for, a typical length novel. And then a pantser, on the other hand, is an author, the type of author who just writes by the seat of their pants. There's somebody who starts off and they kind of know sort of the beginning and the middle of the end of the novel, but they don't really plan it out because they want to avoid stifling their creative process as they're writing. As for me, I'm kind of in between. I'm what you would call a plotzer. So what I do is I write an outline that it follows an outline structure that I've developed for my novels, for the type of novels that I write. And so I'll write about a 2, 3, sometimes 4 page outline for my novels, which kind of outlines the major story beats by scene, chapter by chapter. And then during the course of writing the novel, I will, take creative liberties. And if the story takes a sharp right turn and left turn, then that's the direction I think the story should go. Then, I let the story go in that direction. But typically what ends up happening is that as I'm writing the novel, the beginning and the ending don't change very much through the creative process, but the middle oftentimes changes very much from what I've written in my outlines. And the reason why I do that is because I personally prefer to have the security of an outline and having an idea of what I'm going to write every day when I sit down at my writing desk. But then also, I like to have the creative freedom to maybe turn off in a direction that I want to go with a particular character or a particular scene as I'm writing. I don't like to stifle that process too much as I'm writing. So there's your answer.